Residence of Rahul Gandhi only after notice was issued to Rahul Gandhi seeking the statements and details of the women he was talking about during one of his speeches at Bharat Jodo Yatra, that many women during that time had come and shared their ordeals of sexual assault by their own family members and near and dear ones. The special CP coming from one gate and entering back in the residence from the other gate. So we'll have to see as to what is it all about, whether he has given any time or whether he has cooperated or not, but a lot.
Burning question powered by Cool Fans.
Two days since the Punjab police launched their operation, Amritpal Singh is still untraceable. The ISI link is confirmed. Foreign funding angle is being probed by the Punjab police. Indian flag outside the Indian High Commission in London attacked by Amritpal backers. Anger in India seeks fight back. Hold protest outside the UK High Commission in Delhi. The Japanese Prime Minister is on an India visit, meets with Prime Minister, invites him for the G7 summit. And sending a big message to the West, the Chinese president lands in Russia. Discussion expected over Ukraine during the visit. You're looking at these images right now on your screens as we begin this edition of The Burning Question. The story you must have guessed is about Amritpal, the man literally who's laid the state of Punjab to siege. You've seen what happened in Ajnala. It's been, over 3 weeks. You haven't seen any kind of action by the police, and even in spite of launching a full manhunt to ensure that this man is nabbed, this man is still untraceable. Where is Amritpal? What really has happened in the entire day? And the question is, who let him escape? So like I said, remember, it's been over 60 hours. We do not know what the Punjab police is doing. We were given to understand that the Punjab police is on their mission to actually nab this man called Amritpal. But clearly that has not happened. Now, what the Punjab police, remember, again and again has been trying to hint at is that this is a big operation. They're also talking of his foreign funding angle, also trying to draw links with the ISI. And there is a larger understanding now coming into the security establishment of the threat that this man called Amritpal poses. There is also a funding from the ISI. There is also a handler that he had while he moved from Dubai to India. But just for a moment, think of this. If the cops in the state of Punjab today, ladies and gentlemen, are so incompetent that they've not been able to nab this man, in spite of putting in everything right now at their force to catch this man, what really does this tell you of the state? The Chief Minister, on the other hand, is still quiet, but you have reactions that have come in from the Aam Aadmi Party saying that all those who asked us questions post the Ajnala episode today must be thinking that we are doing some good work. But what should we as a country be doing? And also remember of what's really happened in the UK, in Canada, also in Australia. So the story clearly begins from Punjab, but the story has traveled the world over. So in this report, we quickly tell you what we know about the story so far and the whereabouts of Amritpal, and then the debate.
It's been 60 hours now, and Khalistan supporter Amritpal is still on the run. However, his counsel claims his arrest
There are many other eyewitnesses statements which they have stated on the social media that we have seen by Amritpal Singh in the Shahkot police station, and there are many other videos in which by Amritpal Singh, while he was getting out from Endeavour car, was apprehended by the police officials. So there are many other evidences on the basis of which I have firm belief, and on the basis of which I have filed my writ petition that Pai Amritpal Singh has already been arrested by the Punjab police officials.
As massive manhunt has been launched for Amritpal, cops are also probing ISI hand.
इस केस में, इस पूरे एपिसोड में जो जितने भी इसमें बैड एलिमेंट्स इन्वॉल्व हैं, उसमें हम आईएसआई का एंगल, उनकी फॉरेन फंडिंग, हमें सस्पिशन है कि इसमें आईएसआई का एंगल भी है, फॉरेन फंडिंग भी है, उस पर फर्दर इन्वेस्टिगेशन हमारी चल रही है। व्हीकल्स की जो व्हीकल्स इनसे मिले हैं उसका भी सोर्सेज हम चेक कर रहे हैं कि उसके फंडिंग के सोर्सेज कहाँ से आए। सो फर्दर इसमें इन्वेस्टिगेशन जारी है। एक चीज़ मैं दोबारा क्लियर करना चाहूँगा कि अमृतपाल सिंह अभी फरार है, पुलिस पूरे एफर्ट कर रही है उसको अरेस्ट करने के लिए।
Agency investigation reveals that people in Canada, USA and Pakistan were pushing the Khalistani agenda. Aides held, family tracked. But where is Amritpal? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
So remember, a lot has happened in the last few weeks building up to the last few hours that will make you ask that question, that where is the state today? And is the state so incapable that in spite of putting everything that they have, in spite of putting all their best forces, their best men on the ground, why is this man still untraceable? Does anyone even want to catch him or not? Let's say good evening to Dr. Vikram Singh Saab, who's the former DGP of the state of Uttar Pradesh. Sushant is a senior fellow at the ORF, and I want to take our first question to Akashdeep Muni, who's a political analyst. He leans towards the AAP, and it's unfortunate, Mr. Muni, that a party that again and again speaks of transparency, wants to give itself certificates of being the best government, the most transparent, wants to run away from a debate like this. But I will ask you that, tough question that everyone has been asking. Where is Amritpal, and why is it today that in spite of putting in everything, सब कुछ आपने लगा दिया दाव पर, but you cannot catch this man Amritpal? Do they even want to catch him?
I'll just tell you one thing, that Amritpal and people like Amritpal are not created in the government in the last 1 year of Aam Aadmi Party. They have been nurtured by political parties, and they have been nurtured by political ideologies in Punjab. But unfortunately for
like
these
who?
terrorists,
like who?
Like Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress Party, we all know, and of course the Akalis are there who openly support. We have Simranjit Singh Mann, who is from Shiromani Akali Dal, who clearly supports and openly supports Khalistani elements in Punjab. But unfortunately for them, Aam Aadmi Party came into power, and they nabbed 138 gangs in Punjab, 503 terrorists, 481 ammunitions. They controlled BKI Rinda Group, Babbar Khalsa International Rinda Group, Ashdallah drone model, KTF model, Lakhbir Landa model, KZF model, and number of cases has been solved. Now my point is that, law and order situation has been in the political hands, and they have created mockery of it in the last 10-15 years after Shiromani Akali Dal, BJP and Congress, after emerging of Aam Aadmi Party, at least.
Arshdeep, that the Aam Aadmi Party today is ruling the state of Punjab. The AAP is not in the opposition. You know this, right?
That is
You're aware about
this type of manhunt is going on. I am sitting in Punjab, and I know what the manhunt is going on. And that is why
you have the police to yourself. Listen, Arshdeep. See, this is such a serious debate. This is such a serious debate. And before I let Sushant and Dr. Vikram Singh opine on this, what the Aam Aadmi Party says and does in Delhi, हमारे पास पुलिस नहीं है. पुलिस तो अमित शाह जी के पास है. आप हमें पुलिस दे दीजिए, हम सब कुछ ठीक कर देंगे. पंजाब में तो you have the police under you. What are you doing? That's what I'm asking you.
No, that's what I'm saying. That things are getting in control, and that is
Amritpal, English में एक phrase आता है. अर्शदीप, एक इंग्लिश में एक फ्रेज है, टू कॉक अ स्नूक एट द सिस्टम। जब अजनाला में जो हुआ, उसके बावजूद आप उनको पकड़ नहीं पाए। With lathis, with swords, you have their men literally laying siege to a police station.
I'll just take
Bhagwan
10
Singh
seconds, if
Maan
you allow.
along with
I'll
Arvind
just take 10
Kejriwal are
seconds, if you
spotted
allow.
in Mumbai that day.
Can you give me 10 seconds?
You've
I'll just
already
take 10
completed a
seconds.
year
You
in
know, I
government,
really-
365
and all the
plus
people
days
who know
and
the situation
counting.
in Punjab.
You have not been able to nab this man called Amritpal.
See, I'll just tell you one thing. All the people who are in Punjab and who have worked in Punjab know the grassroots reality. That day when he came in Ajnala police station with Honorable Guru Granth Sahib, if that day something, some MS would have done by the police, then things would have gone out of the hands of total Punjab. He would be in a martyr. And I think the police managed very well. And now they have taken their time and now they're hitting back. Punjab will be in safe hands as Amritpal will be caught in some hours, maybe in a day or two. You see this.
Do you know अर्शदीप, आप कब से ये बयान दे रहे हैं? आपके आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता खुलकर आकर मीडिया के सामने, विक्रम सिंह जी, they are already saying that, you know, all those who are asking questions today are quiet because see, our government is doing so much. So is this plain simple politics, Vikram Singh Sabji, that is at play, or there is more to this story than that meets the eye? Are we to believe that the Punjab police is so incapable that they are not able to apprehend this man?
Let me tell you one thing, it is politics, plain and simple. Punjab police bungled up on the 22nd of February and 23rd was an unmitigated disaster. And to say that the Palki Sahab and the Guru Granth Sahab was a facade and was an alibi for them to bungle up the way they bungled up things, you see, we have had a professional police force as one that is fully capable of handling such. Do you mean to say that in future also, if Palki Sahab and Guru Granth Sahab are there, the police, Punjab or otherwise, would fail to take deterrent action? Sorry, this is not acceptable at all. We have a large section of Sikh officers in the Punjab police force who respect the Guru Granth Sahab and the Palki Sahab more than anybody else, much less those who are Khalistanis. I know there's a standard operating procedure to handle this without wasting your time. I would say that they should have dealt it very, very professionally, which they did not. Preventive action not taken, preventive arrests not made, preventive prohibitory orders not in position. Under these circumstances, you are quoting the recipe of disaster, and what followed was a free for all. And it was on very predictable lines. Punjab police is a very professional police officers. Give them the authority and the autonomy to function. At least as of now, I feel they are working as if their hands are tied behind their backs and their eyes are blindfolded. They bungled up so badly on the 23rd of February that you are reaping what you sowed even 6 months earlier. And now what you say that this man suddenly disappears into thin air. No, not even a reward of 5 rupees on him. At least announce a reward of 50 lakhs on him. Increase it to 1 crore after 15 days if you're not able to apprehend him. This is the standard operating. Don't hunt with the hound and run with the fox.
You know, Vikram Singh Saab, I think in your heart you also know that a man like this cannot escape in thin air. And before I let Akashdeep respond to those, you know, very straight and very honest charges that today you are leveling at the polity there in the state of Punjab, I want Sushant to come in and tell us, Sushant, if you just connect the dots, you know, the timing of whatever we've seen in Punjab, I've seen you, I've heard you raising this concern time and again on a number of channels, on a number of social media platforms, that what Punjab today is heading towards is dangerous. And you look at what's happened in the UK, you look at what happened in Canada, in the US, Sushant, there clearly is a pattern. But are we to believe that the state government and the intel agencies here in New Delhi are oblivious to this threat?
No, I think they have woken up to the threat. I think in some ways Ajnala was a wake-up call. But it's important to understand that when Ajnala happened, Ajnala need not have happened. Was the Punjab police and the government of Punjab so clueless of what this fellow Amritpal Singh and his cohort was planning on the day they invaded the police station? Should they not have acted before and preempted that? Should they have waited till a mob collected and carried out that whole drama of taking shelter behind the Palki Saab and then invading a police station? Should they have waited for all of that and then to take the excuse that because this fellow pulled this surprise on us, we were left stumped? Now, clearly, that's not very good policing. And with all due respect to Vikram Singh Saab, that's not a very professional way of policing, sir. You would not have done something like that. And we know how well you handled the UP police when you were in charge. On another point, look, it's very easy to hurl allegations, and I completely agree up to a point that every single political party in Punjab is responsible for the state of affairs today. With Akalis, the BJP, which was partnering the Akalis and which turned a blind eye when the Akalis and the SGPC was playing, fiddle with this whole Khalistani thing, reviving the movement in a very soft way, raising Khalistani issues, the BJP kept quiet. You then had the Congress, which played its own internal politics around the Panthik issues. And then, of course, the most dubious role has also been of the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, Mr. Muni has spoken very eloquently about the credentials of the Aam Aadmi Party. Please tell us who is the media advisor of the Chief Minister, what are his antecedents? And I'll leave it out there. Somebody can just Google what his antecedents are and find out what his background is. There have been multiple reports right from 2017 onwards of the kind of dubious links of the Aam Aadmi Party with Khalistani elements. I don't need to recount all of it. So for the Aam Aadmi Party to act holier than thou, I think that's rather rich coming from them. But look, on a much more substantive issue, I think the operation to apprehend Amritpal Singh, and this is nobody has said this publicly, this is just my assessment. This was a joint effort of the center and the state. For example, when 4 people are sent off to Dibrugarh, it is not the Punjab police which will fly somebody in a special Air Force aircraft to Dibrugarh. So both the state government and the center government have been working together to try and now, crack down on these elements. And that is good. Their politics aside, they can keep playing their politics. I don't have any problem with that. They can be political rivals. But no party in this country should play with the security of this nation and to flirt with this issue of Khalistan, to flirt with the issue of Panthik politics, to play one against the other is to light fires which you cannot extinguish and which will burn you too. So I think it is good if both sides are stepping back and they are cooperating. Now, why this guy has not been arrested, I think, of course, questions need to be asked. Where has he disappeared? Has he disappeared in thin air? Has he actually been apprehended but not shown to be arrested? I don't know. I can't figure this out one way or another. But I'm sure in a couple of days, the situation should become clear. Either he's absconded, he's left the country, he's flown off somewhere else, which is also good riddance to bad rubbish. But if he's anywhere in the country, then I would imagine that he cannot run very far. He will sooner or later be apprehended.
So Akashdeep, which out of these options is right? I think Sushant has basically placed the entire story in perspective. He's told you the options. You cannot have this man escaping in thin air. So either the government already has apprehended him, you do not want to confirm it, or you've allowed him to escape the country.
I have been hearing Sushant Sarinji since many years, and I respect him a lot. But I hope that he knows what was the condition of Punjab during 2015 when BJP and Akalis were in power. And when he says that nobody should be allowed to tinker with the security of nation, the political parties did it, and he knows how they did it. Openly they did it. In 2014, 2015, August, November, October, openly Ludhiana.
Akashdeep, Akashdeep, you become much like any other political party when you keep citing history to justify your present. That is the problem. Today, look at the situation. Today, tell me what is the way out.
And
yes, Sushant.
The models are
Akashdeep,
just 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
No, I'm just saying one sentence, then you take over. Because you mentioned me and...
Fair enough.
I don't know
Go
if
ahead,
you have a problem of comprehension in what I said. I think I said it very, very clearly that the role played by the Akalis and the BJP, because it was in association with the Akalis and kept quiet, and that was criminal silence when the Akalis were dabbling in this Panthik politics. I don't know what part of it you have not understood.
You know, yeah. You remember BKI, Baba Khalsa International, KTF, KZF, these all groups were groomed in these periods. They were given open,
Akashdeep, you had a good 1 year. You know, I don't want to talk about the BJP, the Akalis, the Congress. They are not here to defend themselves. One second, Akashdeep.
I'm not saying that.
Akashdeep,
No, I'm saying it. Now you have said that.
The more things change, the more they remain the same. I don't want that to be true about us also, right? There was a change. The reason why the people voted for AAP in such a handsome manner. Akashdeep, today when you have the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab, can you tell me what have you done to arrest the rise of this Khalistani sentiment and the man called Amritpal? That's it.
I hope
Do
you
not
give me some
deflect.
time. Yeah, I'm not deflecting. 5.
You had all the time.
Two questions. One Khalistan and one second Amritpal. I'll answer it. One Khalistani supporters and 560 gangsters held. KTF model put into bars. 460.
No, where is
gangsters
Amritpal?
held.
Why has Amritpal not been arrested?
Why
Have you given him a free run that he blackmailed your state, he blackmailed your police?
Free run.
Why did that happen? You've emboldened him, no?
Who emboldened him? The Bhagwan Singh Maan government is after Amritpal, and that is why his supporters are detained. That is why his lawyer is going to the High Court and taking writ petition, putting writ petition. You know, the country today is knowing that what is happening in Punjab. Punjab is getting out of all the mess that it had been. And it had been in the mess of drugs. It has been in the mess of
What are you saying? You know, you sit on national television.
Terrorism.
You sit on national television in spite of, you know, such mounting proof right now of a complete incompetent government. You're sitting here and making, you know, these big claims and singing paeans of the AAP government. Vikram Singh Saab, you know, I don't know what to say, because the police there, you know, we've read, we've seen, we've studied that what a heroic force the Punjab police is. In spite of that, tell me that if you have the state and the center together wanting to arrest this man, will he not be arrested?
Of course he will be arrested. It's only a matter of time. But what you really said was that the sorry state of affairs that Punjab is in today. Ajnala, what happened in Ajnala on the 22nd and the 23rd, that the police had to eat its words and say, Lovely is innocent, and they let him off. Of course, they gave a perfect alibi of what they did, but that cuts no ice anywhere. Now coming to the second point, that Lawrence Bishnoi is giving an open interview on social media, live on Facebook. Don't you think it is a crying shame? Then you have so many things happening, the drugs, the drug peddlers, and so many things happening together, open Bay at the Bees, and also the incident that Amritpal Singh having a free run, that should have been Aam Aadmi Party government is a duly elected government. And what happened in the past, of course, is also, as Mr. Sushant Singh said, every political party is responsible for the state of affairs today. Yes, they had there's so many things that they could have done which they did not do. But the Aam Aadmi Party, the government of the day, it's their responsibility to keep law and order in position, crime under control, which they have failed miserably.
Okay, I just want to ask the last question to Akashdeep. Akashdeep, how many hours, just I have 5 seconds only, Akashdeep. How many hours before this man is arrested?
As soon as possible. The police is after him, and as soon as possible he will be nabbed.
What a crying shame, you know, what a crying shame an elected government is not saying. You know, Vikram Singh Saab, I think that answer sums it all. As soon as possible, we are trying. They are trying. The state today is looking at such a mess, you know, Akashdeep, that it's not even funny. And the Aam Aadmi Party,
no,
when it's asked
I
for
want to know-
accountability with the
I want to
state
know-
police under you, are telling us that you are trying. बिल्कुल सब ठीक है, like आप कहते हैं ना सब चंगा है. Amritpal today is still a free man. I think that is a commentary on 1 year of the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab. Only for want of time, Sushant, Dr. Vikram Singh and Akashdeep, I thank you so much for your time and your frankness on the show. On the other side, we are back with much more.
The Delhi police officials have reached the residence of Rahul Gandhi only after notice was issued to Rahul Gandhi seeking the statements and details of the women he was talking about during one of his speeches at Bharat Jodo Yatra, that many women during that time had come and shared their ordeals of sexual assault by their own family members and near and dear ones. The special CP coming from one gate and entering back in the residence from the other gate. So we'll have to see as to what is it all about, whether he has given any time or whether he has cooperated or not, but a lot of support pouring in at the Congress leader's residence. The Delhi police officials have reached the residence of Rahul Gandhi only after notice was issued to Rahul Gandhi seeking the statements and details of the women he was talking about during one of his speeches at Bharat Jodo Yatra, that many women during that time had come and shared their ordeals of sexual assault by their own family members and near and dear ones. The special CP coming from one gate and entering back in the residence from the other gate. So we'll have to see as to what is it all about, whether he has given any time or whether he has cooperated or not, but a lot of support pouring in at the Congress leader's residence. The Delhi police officials have reached the residence of Rahul Gandhi only after notice was issued to Rahul Gandhi seeking the statements and details of the women he was talking about during one of his speeches at Bharat Jodo Yatra, that many women during that time had come and shared their ordeals of sexual assault by their own family members and near and dear ones. The special CP coming from one gate and entering back in the residence from the other gate. So we'll have to see as to what is it all about, whether he has given any time or whether he has cooperated or not, but a lot of support pouring in at the Congress leader's residence. the Delhi police officials have reached the residence of Rahul Gandhi only after notice was issued to Rahul Gandhi seeking the statements and details of the women.
Trending burning question powered by Cool Fans.
Well, and we are starting the trending. Yes, we are starting this bulletin with breaking news. Aam Aadmi Party claims the MHA has blocked the Delhi budget. We are still waiting for a confirmation on the same. Arvind Kejriwal, while speaking, yes, the Delhi Chief Minister, while speaking to a media outlet, has just said that the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that the MHA has blocked the Delhi budget. The MHA is still to confirm that. So we are trying to get that latest news for you, that the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that the MHA, that the central government has blocked the Delhi budget. The Delhi budget was supposed to be presented tomorrow, and they say that the central government, and I repeat that the central government has stopped or blocked the Delhi budget. That's the claim of the Aam Aadmi Party, that the Delhi budget was supposed to be presented tomorrow in the Delhi Assembly, but they claim that for the first time in the history of Delhi, that the Delhi government will not be able to present the budget because today evening the central government has stopped that. These are the claims of the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party is claiming it that the central government has some way or the other stopped the budget of Delhi. These are the claims, I repeat, of the Aam Aadmi Party. Claims of the Aam Aadmi Party. The MHA is yet to give an official statement on it. We are trying to get that as soon as possible. But the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that the MHA, the central government, has blocked the Aam Aadmi Party, the Delhi government, to present the budget, which was supposed to happen tomorrow. I repeat, the Delhi government, the Delhi finance minister, the Delhi chief minister, they were supposed to present the budget tomorrow. And 24 hours prior, the Aam Aadmi Party, the Delhi chief minister, no one else, but the Delhi chief minister has claimed that the central government has stopped the Delhi government to present the budget tomorrow. And they claim this is happening for the first time in the history of Delhi and Delhi government, that they are not going to allow the budget to be presented by the Delhi government. So that's the breaking news coming in right now. We are trying to get the Aam Aadmi Party leaders over on the phone as well. Atishi Singh and Saurabh Bharadwaj. We are trying to get that on air as well. But that's the claim of the Aam Aadmi Party, and that's a big claim. They are saying that the Delhi budget not to be presented tomorrow, and it's a big fresh face-off between the Aam Aadmi Party and the centre. As Arvind Kejriwal claims that centre has stalled the budget, the MSA sources are telling us now that the draft budget sent had more allocation for advertising than infrastructure. The MHA has sought clarification which was never given. So that's the first claim we are getting through our sources from the MHA. That's another back-to-back breaking, guys, and we can do it as we speak, that the MHA sources are telling us as we speak right now, that the MHA sources are saying, and we can put this breaking down on our grid as well, that our sources are telling us, confirming that the draft budget which was sent to the MHA as per the process via LG, it had more allocation for advertising than infrastructure. And I repeat, this is breaking on air, first on Republic. MHA sources are saying that the draft which was sent to them had more allocation for advertising than infrastructure, and hence MHA had sought a clarification which never came, and hence, till the clarification doesn't come, they cannot allow. So these are the exclusive details which are coming in from the MHA. So the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that the MHA has blocked it. The MHA counter, and our sources are confirming to us. They are saying, the MHA sources are claiming that we haven't stopped it. It is only that the MHA sought, first if we can get this breaking on air of the MHA. So the MHA is saying that there was more allocation for advertisement than infrastructure. Sardar RP Singh is there on air with me. Sardar RP Singh, the MHA sources are saying that the draft, and I repeat, the draft budget which was sent to them had more allocation for advertisement than infrastructure. And hence, MHA had sought for clarification which never came. Sardar RP Singh.
Well, that's how the Aam Aadmi Party government is. They only
Sardar
make
Sahab of the
noise
BJP.
and they use they may only make noise and they use public money for their personal publicity. And then already LG has sent a note to the administration to take the money back from their party because they have used the public money, public exchequer, the taxpayers' money for promoting their party in various states. So MHA is right when they say that you can't allocate budget more than infrastructure on your personal publicity or on your party publicity or use money, public money for party publicity.
No, but now the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that for the first time in the history of Delhi, that the Delhi government will not be allowed to present the budget. And none other but the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is saying it. And once again, it's a fresh face-off between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. Sardar Sahab.
वेल आप उसको फेस ऑफ की तरह देख रहे हैं पर सच ये है कि अगर आप दिल्ली के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर से ज्यादा अपनी पर्सनल पब्लिसिटी पे पैसा खर्चेंगे, आप अपने पर्सनल पब्लिसिटी पे ज्यादा पैसा खर्चेंगे तो कैसे बात बनेगी जी? आपको पैसा मिल रहा है, दिल्ली के लोग टैक्स इसलिए नहीं पे करते।
No, but they are saying they are the elected government. They are saying they are the elected government. They are saying other state governments also do it. Their counter is that they are saying that other elected governments also do it. Why are you not allowing us?
Sir, tell me which state government go and give ad in Kerala, or which state government go and give ad in Goa, or which state government go and give ad in Madhya Pradesh? What do Delhi ad has to do with in Kerala or Madhya Pradesh or Goa? I mean, you are charging us. I am paying tax. You are paying tax for our benefit, not for the benefit of the Aam Aadmi Party government.
No, but it once again takes the tussle between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party at a different level. Sardar RP Singh, we need to understand this, that they are taking this issue and claiming that the central government and the Home Ministry via the LG is not allowing the Delhi government to present the budget. You exactly know what is going to happen now. The Aam Aadmi Party is going to have series of press conferences. You are going to have counter press conferences. They are going to say, you are not allowing this. You are saying, stop advertisement. The people of Delhi are looking as bystanders. They don't know what is happening.
No. But again, I repeat, we don't pay tax for personal glorification of Mr. Kejriwal. When he's doing it only for his personal glorification. He's only to win elections in various states. He uses this money when he... Okay, let me put it like this. What do this Delhi budget has to do with Gujarat ad? I mean, they use Gujarat media for their personal publicity because they are contesting election in Gujarat.
No, but Sardar RP Singh, how do you counter that? They are going to the people saying that, listen, the BJP is once again at it and they are saying that the MHA is not allowing it. They are quoting the central government and they are saying that the central government is not allowing them to present the budget. The Delhi Chief Minister has already gone out in the open and he's saying this. They are going to have 10 press conferences tomorrow. You will have 6 counter press conferences. But I have a larger question. When does this tussle end? This tussle just doesn't end.
किसी को झूठ बोलने से कैसे रोक सकते हैं? देश में झूठ बोलने के लिए छूट है. सुप्रीम कोर्ट इसका कोई कानून नहीं है. देश के पार्लियामेंट का कोई कानून नहीं है कि झूठ बोलने पे रोक सके. वो केजरीवाल झूठ बोलता है, उसके झूठ का क्या इलाज करोगे आप? अगर वो आपके टैक्स पेयर का, दिल्ली में सड़कें नहीं, दिल्ली में पानी नहीं, दिल्ली में सीवर का सिस्टम नहीं, दिल्ली में अभी आज बारिश हो रही है, रिक्वेस्ट है अपने कैमरामैन को बोलिए जाए दिल्ली घूम कर देखे कैसी हालत है दिल्ली की। अभी तो बारिश शुरू नहीं हुई, ये तो गर्मी से पहले की बारिश है, तो ये हालत है। तो दिल्ली का जो पैसा है, दिल्ली के टैक्स पेयर का पैसा दिल्ली के लिए इस्तेमाल होना चाहिए, या गुजरात में, केरल में, गोवा में, मध्य प्रदेश में, जिन राज्यों में चुनाव लड़ना है वहां के लिए पैसा होगा। और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर से पैसा आप अपनी पर्सनल पब्लिसिटी में ज्यादा खर्चेंगे तो कैसे चलेगा? यू कैन स्पेंड मोर मनी ऑन योर पर्सनल पब्लिसिटी देन द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर।
No, but what is happening? That Delhi is not a full state. That's the issue you are raising up. I'm trying to get the Aam Aadmi Party leaders on air also within the next few minutes itself, viewers. But Sardar R.P. Singh, the MHA sources are saying that the initial draft, and I repeat, our sources are confirming to us that the initial draft which was sent to them had more allocation for advertisement. And I want the Aam Aadmi Party leaders to be patched on air soon. And I'm asking my guest team to do it as well. But the only thing I'm saying is that they are saying that only the initial draft was sent. The process was also not completed. The MHA sought an explanation and they never sent an explanation to it. So the MHA has said that we sought an explanation. That was never sent.
सर, अगर आपका बजट 100 रुपए का है, उसमें से आप अगर 50 रुपए अपनी पर्सनल पब्लिसिटी पे खर्चेंगे और बाकी 50 रुपए बाकी चीजों पे खर्चेंगे, जिसमें सैलरीज नहीं है, जिसमें इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी, तो कैसे बात बनेगी? यू कैन डू दिस. यू आर चीटिंग ऑन डेलीite. यू आर चीटिंग ऑन डेलीite टैक्स. As a Delhiite, I pay tax. Am I supposed to be penalized because you want to go and contest election in other states? How is it possible? I can be penalized because of your political ambition. You might have your political ambition, and then and top of it, you do scams like liquor scam. You do various scams, and then use that money for your election objectives, and then you again use Delhi taxpayer money also for your election objectives. So we don't pay tax and we don't have government for a reason that they will use our money for their personal publicity, for his personal glorification.
No, but if you see, the Aam Aadmi Party is going on the social networking sites and going like how? And Sardar R.P. Singh, they're putting the all onus on you. They are saying that you are stopping the money which was meant for the common people. They are making it about the people. How do you take on that? They are not raising the issue of infrastructure or advertisement. That is the information I am getting through my sources in the MHA. They are going out, the Aam Aadmi Party is going out to the people and saying that, look, the BJP is stopping the BJP is stopping the money which was meant for the people of Delhi. How do you counter that?
Well, is it for Delhiite or is it for people in Goa, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh or Himachal? Money has to be spent on us. We need more schools. We need more flyovers. We need more underpasses. We need more colleges. We need more hospitals. When there is none, roads are in bad condition. Thanks to Mr. Gadkari and Modi ji, that because of G20 certain roads have been built. Otherwise, roads are in bad condition. So what is that? I mean, we don't have a clean air. You are spending our money at our cost. You're not giving us clean air, good water. You're not giving us health infrastructure. The mullah clinics have collapsed. He says you can go to any hospital, get yourself treated. No one will ask you money. But fact is, no hospital gives you entry without money. So why shall I pay tax because he want to go and contest election in Goa or any other state now in Madhya Pradesh, or for that he might go and contest in election in Tamil Nadu or Kerala tomorrow. So we are not paying taxes for that. So government has a right to ask him that you have to have a balance. I mean, you can spend some 5 to 10% for your publicity. That's okay. And that too for spreading the message of your work, not for your personal glorification.
No, but again, once again we are seeing a fight, viewers. We need to understand it's the tussle between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, the Delhi government and the LG office, which the Delhi government says that the LG office doesn't exist. It's the MHA is on and on like how? That just 24 hours prior, and I repeat, just 24 hours prior, the Delhi Chief Minister comes out and says claims that the MHA has prevented the Delhi government, Sardar R.P. Singh, to present the budget which was meant for the people of Delhi. And now our sources in the MHA are clearly saying that the initial draft which was sent to them had more allocation, and I repeat, had more allocation for advertisement rather than infrastructure, and they had raised a red flag. As a political party, they have a right to fight the election in any state. But do they have the right to use the Delhi budget for their campaigning in other states? That's the point. That's the point. Sardar R.P. Singh, they have a right to contest elections, but do they have a right to use the money which is meant for the people of Delhi to campaign in other states?
No, you cheat on Delhi by doing scams and then use that money. I mean, it has been already on track and proven that Delhi liquor policy money was used for elections in Goa. Now you are using the taxpayer money for putting ad in newspapers in Goa, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, wherever you want to go and contest election. What do people in Madhya Pradesh have to do about how things are in Delhi? When, although Delhi infrastructure, as I told you, has totally collapsed. Tell me, I give a challenge. Is there one new college they opened last 8 years? They claim that we will open colleges. Have they built up one new flyover which has been built by them, not by the earlier government? Only they have cut ribbons. So have they built up any new road? Have they built up any new hospital in Delhi? So, I mean, they can keep spending. I mean, how will we allow or how will we bear them, allow them to use this money outside Delhi when it's our money, it's taxpayer money of Delhi?
He is not a leader, sorry. I'm trying to get the Aam Aadmi Party MLAs from Delhi, Sanjeev Jha and then the others. But my question is this to you, Sardar sir. How do you take on, because you exactly know what is going to happen in next 24 hours. The Aam Aadmi Party is already hitting the ground and saying that I'm clearly saying, I can decipher their strategy now. I'm sure you will also be able to do so. They are saying that you have stopped, the central government has stopped the money which was meant for the people of Delhi. They are saying, okay, we were spending on advertisement, but we were also spending on other things. With you preventing the presentation of the budget, all the schemes, everything will stop. So I am going to connect back with Sardar R.P. Singh, but the issue is this, viewers, that the MHA sources are very clearly telling us, and I repeat, that the initial draft which was sent by the Delhi Aam Aadmi Party government to the central government, to the MHA via the LG's office, which is, by the way, the process. We need to understand the special status of the Delhi government, of the Delhi state. And the process was followed, that the draft has to be sent to the LG's office, via LG's office to the MHA. And that draft, there was a red flag. An alert was raised. And in that alert, it was clearly mentioned, and I am speaking out of my sources very clearly, quoting them rather. They are saying that the MHA sources, my MHA sources are saying that the draft budget sent had more allocation, I repeat, more allocation for advertisement than infrastructure. And hence, the MHA sought clarification, and that clarification never came. So because the clarification never came from the Aam Aadmi Party or the Delhi government side, back to the LG's office and via the LG's office to the MHA, it was never approved. And without the approval, because of the special status of the Delhi statehood and the Delhi government, you cannot go ahead. And hence now the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that the central government via LG's office has stopped the Delhi government, the Arvind Kejriwal Aam Aadmi Party government, to present the budget tomorrow, 24 hours prior. So the tussle between the BJP and the AAP has escalated to a different level. Initially, Manish Sisodiya, the former Deputy Chief Minister, who is now behind bars in a corruption scam, regarding which also the Aam Aadmi Party says that he has done nothing wrong. But despite that, his remand has been increased. Now, because an explanation was sought that why in this draft allocation for advertisement, I repeat, advertisement promotion, self-promotion is more than infrastructure development? Can the Delhi government explain that? That is the explanation which was sought by the MHA via the LG's office according to our sources, and there was no reply for that explanation. A permission or that final approval was never given. And because that final approval was not given via the MHA to the LG's office and to the LG's office of the Delhi government, you cannot go ahead. And hence, the Delhi Chief Minister today comes out 24 hours prior and says that we have been stopped. Arvind Kejriwal is saying that the central government has stopped. The central government has stopped the Delhi government to present the budget, and they are making it about the people. There are at least going to be half a dozen press conferences, take it from tomorrow, with which you are going to see half a dozen counter press conferences. But the people of Delhi are once again in the middle of this fight. What are they getting? The Aam Aadmi Party, according to the claims of the MHA sources, wanted to do self-promotion, and like how that the allocation was more than infrastructure projects. But the Aam Aadmi Party claims by stopping the budget, you are going to stop every scheme in Delhi, which will directly impact every citizen of Delhi, every individual, whether it is infra projects, whether it is school projects, every project. So what's the solution? The people of Delhi are still looking for a solution, because on every point, on every corner, this spat between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party continues. So very clearly, the breaking news is right now on your screen. The Delhi government claims, the Aam Aadmi Party claims, the central government has stopped. The central government has stopped, viewers. The central government has stopped, but the central government, the MHA sources are very clearly saying, that they sought an explanation that why is the budget allocation for promotion more than infrastructure, for which an explanation never came. And hence they did not give the permission. That's what our sources in the MHA is telling us. Don't go anywhere. Right after the break, the man himself, Arnab Goswami, with the debate, viewers. Thank you very much.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
The Delhi police officials have reached the residence of Rahul Gandhi only after notice was issued to Rahul Gandhi seeking the statements and details of the women he was talking about during one of his speeches at Bharat Jodo Yatra, that many women during that time had come and shared their ordeals of sexual assault by their own family members and near and dear ones. The special CP coming from one gate and entering back in the residence from the other gate. So we'll have to see as to what is it all about, whether he has given any time or whether he has cooperated or not, but a lot of support pouring in at the Congress leader's residence. The Delhi police officials have reached the residence of Rahul Gandhi only after notice was issued to Rahul Gandhi seeking the statements and details of the women he was talking about during one of his speeches at Bharat Jodo Yatra, that many women during that time had come and shared their ordeals of sexual assault by their own family members and near and dear ones. The special CP coming from one gate and entering back in the residence from the other gate. So we'll have to see as to what is it all about, whether he has given any time or whether he has cooperated or not, but a lot of support pouring in at the Congress leader's residence. The Delhi police officials have reached the residence of Rahul Gandhi only after notice was issued to Rahul Gandhi seeking the statements and details of the women he was talking about during one of his speeches at Bharat Jodo Yatra, that many women
Indian High Commission in the UK targeted by Khalistanis. Why was the UK not tracked down by Khalistanis? How can the UK duck from responsibilities? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
प्रयागराज का ये रसूलाबाद इलाका, दोनों दुकानें मोहम्मद गुलाम की ही हैं, उसको तोड़ने का जो काम है वो यहाँ पर किया जा रहा है। इस पूरी इमारत को मोहम्मद गुलाम ने अवैध रूप से खड़ा किया, काम को तेजी के साथ अंजाम
Mumbai studios of Republic TV. It's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab
Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Century Ply and Panasonic. Co-powered by IndusInd Bank.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The situation is extremely serious vis-a-vis the United Kingdom. And the best and the only way to respond to the very deliberate attack on the Indian High Commission in London is by quitting the Commonwealth and by putting an official freeze on the free trade agreement FTA talks with the UK. The UK must be punished. Over the last few days, the United Kingdom has been directly and indirectly, needlessly provoking India. And the latest incident, where the United Kingdom allowed a group of Khalistani lumpens to openly attack the Indian High Commission in London and pull down the tricolour, is the most recent example. And yes, I say that the United Kingdom allowed and sanctioned, and hence therefore sought and wanted the attack on the Indian High Commission. The British government obviously wanted the Indian High Commission to be attacked. The British government, Sunak's government, wanted the tricolour to be pulled down. I wonder why. India had informed the British government and their intel agencies, including MI5, officially about the threat. Despite this, the British did nothing. And they therefore sided with the terrorists, sided with the Khalistanis, and plotted against India's sovereign interests. This is unacceptable. Viewers, the UK wants to sign a free trade agreement with India. The UK needs this agreement because fact of the matter is, United Kingdom is financially in the dumps. If the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak loves the Khalistanis so much, if the government of King Charles, their King Charles, loves the Khalistanis so much, then why doesn't King Charles and Rishi Sunak's government sign a free trade agreement with the Khalistanis instead? Let them ask the Khalistanis to help them out financially. Why do they need India? Over the years, the United Kingdom has allowed terrorists to target India, to consolidate and raise funds on British soil and buy property and operate out of British soil. The British must know they cannot have it both ways. They cannot and must not continue to assume that we need the FTA. We don't need the FTA. We're fine. They need the FTA. They do. And since, ladies and gentlemen, they do need the FTA, it is absolutely necessary that we read the Riot Out Act to them. We must tell them that there cannot be a commercial discussion alone on the FTA anymore. We need things in turn. And we have to demand a time-bound end to anti-India activities from British soil. You know, the British have been doing this since 1947. They've got away with it for too long. Now it's payback time. We have to demand the handing over of all of India's most wanted operating out of the United Kingdom and getting safe asylum in the UK. And we must seek and want an assurance of security, not just for our High Commission, but for all of our sovereign and commercial interests in the United Kingdom. We have leverage over the United Kingdom. Let us pull the levers. India is one of the largest investors in the UK. We employ hundreds of thousands and pump in hundreds of billions and provide employment to millions of British citizens. We have the levers. The British must know now that there is no free lunch. Bringing down the tricolour on the Indian High Commission in Aldwych and London is a direct attack a direct attack sanctioned and allowed by Rishi Sunak's government against our national interest. The British government first used the UK-funded BBC to launch a vicious campaign against the Prime Minister of India. Then they sought via technicalities to escape direct responsibility. Well, in this case, there are no technicalities. They are responsible. Would Rishi Sunak have not said a word? Why is he quiet? Why is Rishi Sunak quiet? Would Rishi Sunak have remained quiet if the embassy of the United States of America had been attacked? The UK government has made our High Commission in London a sitting duck of a target. And why? Why are things lopsided with the UK? We provide massive security to the British High Commission and even to their consulates and diplomats. And in turn, not one police officer is deployed outside the High Commission of India. And why should it be the High Commission of India? It should be the Embassy of India, because we should not be a part of the Commonwealth anymore. We don't believe in the Commonwealth. It's rubbish. It's a colonial relic that we hate. And why should the relationship be so asymmetrical? The reason for this asymmetry, where we're so good to them and they don't give two hoots about our national interest, the reason for this lopsided relationship is because we have given too long a rope to the British. I have said for long that we must exit the Commonwealth. There is no reason to be in the Commonwealth. The Modi government must quit the Commonwealth. We have nothing to do with the Commonwealth. We are an independent country. We refuse to be defined by the fact that once upon a time, the British turned the world's greatest civilization into their colony. I know that there are many who feel that my views are too radical. But the truth is, go out on the streets of this country and ask. The raw truth is that my views reflect the views of the people of this country on this. So I'm not afraid to put them out to the test again tonight. Do you support my views, viewers? I believe always in a hard stance. Negotiate with a hard stance. And on some issues, don't even negotiate. Like quitting the Commonwealth, don't even negotiate. Putting the FTA talks on freeze. Put them on freeze and then negotiate. See what the British do. They don't respond to what we want, then continue to keep it on freeze. Let them suffer. Ladies and gentlemen, my views are before you tonight. Do you support me? Do you support me, viewers? Do you support me that we must quit the Commonwealth, put the talks on freeze? Ladies and gentlemen, the British can't duck responsibility. And that is debate number 1 tonight. And debate number 2 this evening. You have this Khalistani fugitive from the law. I've been saying it for months now. What's going on? If the state government didn't act, why did the centre allow him to be built up? Who let him compromise national security? Debate number 2. And the debate number 3, the whole brouhaha over an ICC arrest warrant against Putin flattens. Xi Jinping is meeting him in Moscow tomorrow. Is the West on the back foot? Debate number 3. And here are the headlines this Monday evening on the Debate Tonight. Tricolour targeted by Khalistanis in broad daylight in a shocking incident outside the British High Commission in London.
Launched a strong protest and also clearly indicated to the British authorities for the need for them to put up adequate security.
There is in turn a massive protest outside the British High Commission in New Delhi. India is demanding strong action. Republic says freeze the FTA, quit the Commonwealth. 60 hours and counting, ISI stooge Amritpal remains on the run and absolutely untraceable. Republic had exposed the Amritpal threat, who gave a long rope to this Khalistani terrorist. Big and fresh face-off between the Kejriwal government and the centre as the AAP claims that the MHA has blocked the Delhi budget due tomorrow. And sending a clear message to the West. Xi and Putin meet in Moscow, discuss a peace deal for Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, already many of you are supporting my stance that in response to the to the way the UK has been behaving in response to the manner in which the UK has allowed our High Commission to be attacked, that we must freeze the FTA and quit the Commonwealth. Viewers, I want your support. I'm seeking your support. This can be made a public campaign. My hashtags tonight reflect my views on this matter. I feel the UK cannot have it both ways anymore. They cannot expect to reap benefits, ladies and gentlemen, of the free trade agreement with India and then allow sanctioned Khalistani attacks on the British High Commission. The UK must be put on the mat. They cannot pretend to be bystanders in everything, or bystanders to BBC, bystanders to the attack on our High Commission, bystanders to the Indian tricolour being brought down, bystanders to terrorists being allowed to regroup and operate on a British soil. They have repeatedly allowed the Khalistanis to group, congregate, plot, raise funds and operate against India. Not anymore. I say quit the Commonwealth and freeze the FTA. Viewers, we need your support. Let's debate.
At around 4 p.m, there were protests outside British High Commission in New Delhi. The anger was palpable over the desecration of Indian flag at the Indian High Commission in London by a Khalistani mob.
हम उनको यही मैसेज देना चाहते हैं, वो जो कर रहे हैं वो गलत कर रहे हैं। उसकी बदौलत हम जो छोटे छोटे पिंडों में बैठे हुए हैं, शहरों में हैं, उनके ऊपर रिएक्ट होता है। दूसरी पार्टियां हम पे रिएक्ट करती हैं, हम पे भेदभाव का विचार रखते हैं।
हम प्रोटेस्ट करने हैं यूके की एम्बेसी के आगे कि वहाँ जो घटना घटी है वो नहीं घटनी चाहिए थी। वहाँ पर इंडियन एम्बेसी को प्रॉपर प्रोटेक्शन होनी चाहिए थी और झंडे का अपमान, हमारे तिरंगे का अपमान हम नहीं सहेंगे। बीइंग इंडियन सिख, वी आर प्राउड टू बी इंडियन सिख्स।
On Sunday, a Khalistani mob took down the tricolour atop the Indian High Commission in London in broad daylight, without being stopped by the Scotland Yard. India has sent out a strong message. Inaction won't be taken lightly.
UK Deputy High Commissioner was summoned and was, one, demanding an explanation, two, asked the culprits and the perpetrators of what happened at London yesterday to be quickly arrested and prosecuted. We launched a strong protest and also clearly indicated to the British authorities for the need for them to put up adequate security at the UK High Commission.
This massive security breach and insult to the tricolour has surely left the UK authorities red-faced, and they cannot brush it aside as an isolated incident. Because there is a pattern.
People lining the streets of London outside.
In August 2019, it was a Pakistani mob that attacked the Indian diaspora outside the Indian High Commission in London. In September the same year, Indian High Commission was attacked again. And 4 years later, Khalistani mob has targeted Indian High Commission. And it's not just the UK. Indian consulate in San Francisco has been targeted as well by Khalistani mob. And even in Brisbane, the consulate was forced to shut for a day after threats from Khalistani forces. Can foreign soil be used as a fertile ground for anti-India secessionist activities? It's time UK acts on anti-India elements. Let's debate.
We have Major Gaurav Arya, our consulting editor on strategic affairs. We have Puneet Sahani, editor on the evolution of Sikh identity and upcoming book. Suhail Seth is with us tonight. Sukhi Chahal of Khalsa today will be joining us. We have Burzeen Wagmar, who's from SOAS. I think he's got a South Asia Institute there. Elizabeth Braw of the AEI. Elizabeth Lawrence, she's an international relations expert from Washington, and Ray Locker. They're with me tonight. First of all, I think, Elizabeth, there's a strong demand here in India. Is Elizabeth Braw with us yet? No.
I am.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah. Okay. So, Elizabeth, there's a strong demand here in India that we need to take very, very clear and uncompromising action vis-a-vis the British government. The British government tries to build up a line of deniability, you see. When they have been informed that there is going to be this attack, and they allow the attack because of political compulsions that they have on the Indian High Commission, then they are complicit. And for whatever reasons, they have sort of constantly been promoting anti-India groups from British soil, but you cannot have it both ways. So I think the UK is complicit on an attack on a sovereign country, that also India. I mean, if the United Kingdom is complicit in a terrorist attack on the Indian High Commission, it becomes an extremely serious matter, doesn't it?
It does. I think, Arnab, I always enjoy coming on your shows because you take a strong position. I think saying that the UK is complicit on this occasion is taking a bit too far. But the problem, Arnab, I think, is that people in a small or larger groups in various countries have taken to provoking and attacking foreign countries in the countries that they're in. So we have seen it, for example, in Sweden, where